Senti in Sessions. Core back in session. I have a message for you. Are you ready for it? How are you feeling? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling great? Because I'm feeling good and I'm feeling great. Okay, so we could get up into this reading. This is my second reading of the day because I have time today. I have time today. Yeah, I have time today. So like for the second one, I don't know. I feel like pulling the bad girl or oracle deck. It's just a matter of where is it. So 1 second. Okay, I'm singing a song. It's ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Baby, now you're one of us. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Living in the real world. Okay. So that's what came to mind. I got the Bad Girl Oracle deck. We're about to get started. I still have to figure this set up. I have to figure out the setup because Lord, I plan on getting shelving, but I think I'm gonna switch it around. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I need to do tripod. I don't know what to do. I don't know. The lighting is a little off. You know, I'm trying. I don't know if I'm gonna switch where the lamp's at. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Cause I'm like, I gotta switch something around. I know that for certain. I gotta switch something around, but I don't know what. But I'm gonna make this work. We're still adjusting, but like I'm so happy I got this chair and this desk. It's been a while. Oh my god. And this desk is so pretty. It's red. Look at, oh my god, do you see my shadow in the bag? Oh, that's so fire. That's so fire. Yeah, I'm happy. Like I see my hand in the bag. How's that even happening? What is how's that happening? Where's the light even shining? Oh my god, that's beautiful. Okay. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Baby, now you're one of us. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? The cyborg came out. Do I want to pull 1, 2, or 3? I'm pull 1. Okay. So the cyborg came out, and the cyborg is when pulled upright, the cyborg may signal that you're on the path to productivity or that you're on your way to acquiring a new technological skill. She may also signal that changes and upgrades are on the way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ain't it fun? Ain't it? I know she's being sarcastic, but literally it is fun. Like for me. For me. Maybe for you, it is fun. Like for me, I don't know. Like I know people be like, adulting is so hard. They hate having responsibility, but I don't know. When you grew up like how I grew up, you was praying to be an adult someday. He was like, please, please, I need to hurry up and grow up so I can get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Adulting isn't, I don't mind none of it. I don't mind the paying bills. I'm actually really happy every time I pay my bills. Like I love to. I love it. Like it's just I get happy about things like that because the price that I paid to live with my family was more than money. It was peace of mind. I was paying my peace of mind my whole life. So to if I have to pay money in order to obtain my peace of mind, I don't mind. I'm not like stressed out about bills. About I'm not stressed out about it. I'm actually really grateful that I'm able to pay it. That's what I focus on. Every time I pay a bill, I make sure I take a moment to be consciously happy that I'm paying this bill. Like I take a moment because it's not the feeling of the bills. It's like literally I'm just happy for what it provides me, and I like to feel like the circulation of money. Like oh, If I don't pay my electric bill, I'm not gonna have this heat, and it's cold outside. I'm grateful to be able to be in a heated home. If I don't pay my rent, like I won't have a roof over my head, and I'm so grateful to have a roof over my head. I'm so happy I'm able to pay my rent right now. Look how beautiful this is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be grateful for things like that. Like, it don't make me like adulting isn't hard for me. And then there's of course there's situations within my life that I would love to change, but like it's still I know that it's within my power to change it. Like career wise, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm tired of this job. Well, I'm grateful I'm able to change it. I'm grateful I'm able to think things like I could possibly change this job because you could talk to people at work and they don't see themselves going nowhere, but I do and I need to because I don't like it here. So I'm sure I just it's the faith and the belief that I can find something better. Faith has brought me where I am right now. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. It is fun living in the real world. Yeah, it is fun. I wouldn't trade this in for nothing. Not paying bills was costing me my peace of mind. You understand me? My peace of mind was suffering. Like, so there was never a time where it's like, oh my God, I'm just so happy I don't have to pay for this shit. Like, I get more out of life when I'm able to pay for shit. I get more out of life when I'm paying bills. I do. It sounds like crazy, but when you grew up like how I grew up, yeah, like, yeah, yeah, I would rather do this. Feeling real jealous tendencies, and mm, what was I about to say? It's a perspective thing. Because I know if I talk to somebody with a different type of like upbringing, then it's different. It's like, oh my God, like I hate doing this. Like I miss being a child. I will never miss being a child. I will never miss being a child. I will never miss it. Like I feel better about my child self now as an adult while I'm able to heal than I did as a child. As a child, I was miserable. Um, I felt powerless a lot. I was bullied. I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing a lot of adult things, like, especially when it came to like my parents, like, task and work. And I hated it. Like, I didn't like it. Like, I didn't have much choice. Like, I had no choice. Like, I had, and even when I thought I had choice, I didn't. Someone's manipulating me. Like I'd be like, oh, I don't want to do this today. Well, if you don't do this today, then you're not gonna get this. That's not choice, especially when it's things that I feel is necessary to me. So, especially when it came to finances, like money, that's why I have a different relationship with money, and I had to heal a lot too to get to here. But like I remember when I was younger, like I'll be like, I don't want to go to church today. I'll tell my dad I don't want to go to church. He said, well, if you don't go to church, you're not gonna get your allowance for the week. And I'm like, but I kind of want money. Like, there's no other way for me to obtain money right now. So, guess I'm going to church. And then I would just go and be miserable. I had no choices. Like, like it would seem like a choice, but it's not really a choice. And I know sometimes it feels like that when it comes to working, but that's why I just feel like there's other ways I could go about that. Or I feel like there's other ways that I can make an income. And I'd like to focus on those thoughts until I get into that reality where there is other ways that I can make an income that will not involve me turning away from my morals. I don't want to do things that I don't want to do for money. I understand the trade off. Like when I go to work, it's not like I'm like when I think of me and going to work, I don't feel like I'm being forced to be there. Like I know, like if I lean into those thoughts, then it feels like that. But it's more like, yeah, I'm here. You're paying me. I'm giving you my labor. I'm making this choice. It's a choice. I'm making this conscious choice every day to come in here. And I don't have to. And I'm not going to feel like I have to. It just means that I made this choice to come in here because I like what it affords me. And until I have another opportunity to replace this, I'm gonna just keep doing it. Like, I don't stress too much. I mean, I had a week of just stressing about my motherfucking job. I really don't like that place. But I like to focus on the thoughts that benefit me. Feeling real jealous tendencies, manifesting you. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Maybe now you're one of us. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? A teachable moment. Living in the real world. Real codependent. Get to manifesting. A need to prepare. What is we preparing for? Spiritual abundance. I'm gonna put that under a need to prepare. Inner child needs nurturing. What are we talking about? We're talking about inner child. We're talking about inner children. I'm really good at this. Like, I really am. I know I am. Like, I'm really good at this. Like, I really got a talent for delivering a message. And I'm so grateful every time. Like, you don't understand. Ah, God. It's like I only remember your handles. I don't know if it's the same handle on YouTube. So I'm just gonna, you know who you are, okay? But I really appreciate when, like, Demi Your Light, boom. I really appreciate when you leave me comments or send me messages about, like, my readings and how my readings help, and like, you uplift me, my gifts. Like, I really truly appreciate those moments because it really does help me to sit with myself when I am feeling a bit insecure. And I'm really grateful for the reciprocity. I feel like that's worth, everything is worth so much more than money to me when it comes to, I don't know, I just don't care about a lot of things. Like, that feels like reciprocity for the time I put into this. Like, so I just feel grateful. And of course, do it whenever you feel like, I appreciate it whenever it comes, even if it's like once a year. You don't understand. Like, I love it. And I just have to say that on video. Like, I really appreciate you. Intentions in the right place. And then we go communicate your feelings. Social media. Okay. But yeah, I just, what was I talking about? Yeah, like, being here, doing this, like, I'm really good at this. I know I'm really sitting with it. Like, I really, this is something that when I talk, and I be in a reality right now where people just I get the fluorized stares right now. That's why I'm just so exhausted with my working environment. But I know that something's going to change. Something will have to change because it always does. Nothing stays the same. So I want to be put in a position where I'm not exhausted, because that just, it's more than the physical labor. It's the energies around me. Like, soon I will be put in an environment where I'm not feeling that way. They're gaslighting you, where I don't have to invest more parts or explain parts of myself, because it feels like even when I'm not explaining, I'm still having to explain because people are questioning it. Like, it's just, or assuming or talking. It's just, my energy gets so pulled on when I'm there. Ah, it made me want to hide, and I just don't want to do that. Like, I can't do that. So I want to keep this on the board. We'll go a real ass person. Like, it just, fluoride stairs. It's so much. It is so much. And I'm not like, it's not even complaining. It's literally like, I just reframe everything in my mind. I just be like, yeah, I'm just experiencing this because it's helping me to understand this. But then also that fine line between understanding that suffering isn't necessary. Like, I don't have to suffer in order to learn. I don't have to suffer in order. There's valuable lessons that do come from suffering and pain. And yes, but to feel like I have to stay in that suffering, I don't need to do that. Like I feel like sometimes that's a form of victimization that comes from, now if I'm going back to what I was saying earlier about religious upbringing, like that feeling of you have to push yourself to do this thing you don't really want to do in order to be closer to God. So like you take that same mindset into like your own experiences, like I need to suffer in order for God to understand that I love and I care and I appreciate. And it's like that's the concept that we were taught. That was the concept that you were taught of God. And that was the concept that you applied to even yourself in your life. Like like you'll go into this job that you hate every day and you'll be suffering and you feel like you deserve reward for suffering when literally what it's telling you is that you need to make a change to get out of this environment. But you sit there and you be like, oh my God, like I'm suffering so much. When is my reward coming for suffering like this at this job? When are they gonna recognize me? When are they gonna promote me? When are they gonna give me easy day? When are they gonna? And it's like no, like you're looking for the validation. That was the word that's in my head. You're looking for the validation of being there and why you're suffering. When literally you should be sitting and taking accountability for the changes you need to make in order to not be there, because it's a matter of you explaining your worth or you having to prove your worth. And you don't need to do that. When you can that suffering is teaching you something, but it's also teaching you that you deserve better. You deserve more. You don't deserve to live like that. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve to suffer. No one deserves to suffer unless you do some shit that like, warrants that shit. But that's just your energy being reciprocated in that sense. Like, but that's also another conversation because I think I talked about the situation I had with the lady where she like feels like literally everything is a means for punishment. So she's talking about sins and hell, and like she just feels like if she do anything wrong, she's going to be punished. If you believe that, then yes, like then life is gonna punish you for the things that you feel like. Something I used to do that I had to work out of, I had to unlearn, was literally every time life was hard for me, I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? That's victimization. When literally it should just be like, okay, so what do I need to take accountability of right now in order to move out of this cycle? Because I do have the ability to do so. It's all about reframing and how you choose to see things. What do I do in order to move outside of this cycle? What do I do in order to create a reality that works better for me? Like we're not taught to have that power over our own lives. And it's in our minds. We're not even allowed to think like that. But once you start thinking like that, you see, oh, I have the ability to make the changes necessary for me, that serve me, that make me feel good about my life. This is my life to live. But yeah. I used to be like, what's wrong? What did I do? What did I do wrong? Who did I hurt? Like, that's the life I lived. Yo, literally, anytime I did anything, I was told, like, there's a demon in me. Or, like I'm disrespectful, I'm rude, or da 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 da. It all translates. Like, the way, the concepts that we have about God is the concepts we have about authority, is the concepts we have about our parents, our teachers, our managers, it was taught to us. And I say that is a lot to do with slave mentality. Like you're meant to feel as if, like they give you a different type of accountability. Like you're meant to feel as if you are the problem. When it's just like, what is the problem? Not I am the problem. What is the problem? So that I can solve it. If you feel like you are the problem, you will never feel like there is a solution. ever. You'll never feel like there's a solution if you keep feeling like you are the problem. In order to solve things, you have to address the root cause. The root. You have to address the root. If you're the root, you will never address it. You'll always try to like see around it, like, because it's just not natural to be like continuously looking at yourself and saying that something is wrong with me. Other than, oh, what is this thing that afflicts me so that I can address it and heal it? No. How do you, there's something I want to say. How do you fix yourself if you cannot separate parts of you? You can't compartmentalize. If you can't say, okay, I'm okay, I deserve better, but I stay here because I feel like, if you can't do that, how do you change? You're just sitting there, oh, everything's wrong with me. Everything's wrong with me. Everything's wrong with me. That's not actually that's not holding yourself accountability. That's victimization. It's okay to say I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong, and now what do I do next? How do I move outside of this with my new knowledge of self? But we'll go, I was wrong. Everything's wrong with me. What's wrong with me? I'm never going to be okay. I'm just such a terrible person. And deep down, we feel like because we have those thoughts that we deserve to be rewarded, or like we deserve to be proven that we're not terrible fucking people or we're not wrong. But it's like, that's a shame spiral. It's a shame spiral. It's a shame spiral. Like, I'm such a terrible person and everything's wrong with me. And you don't actually think that. You're waiting for something to validate that you're not. But you're not validating that for yourself. So life is continuously showing you, it's your belief that you hold of yourself. Life is going to show you why you are victimized. And you're going to continue to feel victimized because you haven't chosen to take your own power back. You know? Everything's wrong with me. Everything's wrong with me. Everything's wrong. I'm never going to be like, and you're sitting there hoping, please, because it's not coming from an actual genuine place. Like, I remember when I was like that, like, it wasn't coming from it wasn't accountability. I wasn't holding myself accountable for real. I wasn't saying, oh, I can change. I wasn't saying, oh, I noticed that this is something's wrong. I wasn't giving myself no praise. Like, I would just be like that and accept that I'm like that and then just wait and hope that something shows me I'm not really like that. But it's still bubbling within me. And because I don't truly feel like that, I'm just somehow gonna find something else to blame at some point too. Because I can't be the only one that's terrible. I can't be the only terrible fucking person. When it's like, literally, it's easier. It seems like it's not easier, but it is easier to be like, okay, I'm over here like, this job is punishing me. It's punishing me. I'm being punished. Like, there's a way I'm trying to express this, and I think I am, but I'm being punished right now. I'm being punished right now. God save me from this punishment, because what am I being punished for now? I'm not being punished. I'm being punished for no reason. It must be because of me. It's like you're going back and forth with yourself. It must be because of me and that thing I did last week. But then it's like, I don't deserve that though. Like, I don't deserve that. God, look, I give so much to you. I give so much to you, and I'm still being punished. And you're like, this is expecting some type of reward, and now your actions are all ingenuine. It's all ingenuine because you're just looking for to be rewarded. When literally you yourself, the work that you do on yourself is the reward. It is the reward. Like I could be here, I could be like, oh my God, I have to pay bills. I'm so sad. But like my life that I'm creating when I am paying these bills is the reward itself. I hate my job. I hate my job. Everyone's punishing me. It's so bad. I do that. Trust me, I do that. But I have to sit there and be like, okay, so how do I get out of here? I'd rather think about how I get out of here than to think about sitting there and being, you know what I'm saying? And I've done that. Oh, girl, I did that. Who? I can do that. That's me being for real. I can do that. Like I can sit there like, oh my God, like it just I feel so ostracized. And but am I making the active change to leave the environment? Like, because there's so much more than just that environment. There's so much more out here. If I could see that, then I would be able to align to that. But because I'm so lost in the victimization, I'm like, oh my God, I'm being punished. I'm being punished. Why am I being punished? Is it because I did this last year? Is it because guilt, shame, resentment? That's why it's easier to let those emotions go. It seems hard, it does. But when you let it go, then you're able to see like the ways that you have power over your life. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yup. 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 Self-care needs dedication. Like, yeah, this is one of them readings. Gotta go back to that inner child. Like the things that we were taught comes back around a lot. Car related. And then uh like you have the power to make the choices you need to make. Nothing should let you feel victimized. On their mind, you're accepting projections. Do what you need to do for you. King of Wands, like if I reframe everything, then it's easier for me to maneuver what I got going on. Like I could be like I can acknowledge one that I don't want to be at my job, but also be grateful that I'm able to pay my bills. And in every day that I'm there, find ways to find joy. But if I'm just so lost in the thought of it being the worst place ever, because I'm telling you, that's what the other reading. I can victimize myself. I can. So if I instead of losing myself in the thoughts of oh this is the worst place ever, I can't do this, and I feel it's okay to feel those ways, but at some point I have to say I have the power to change this. Even in the moments that I'm in, like I make decisions every moment. Every moment is a new decision. And I know overall from the decisions that I've had to make, oh, I have to sit by myself in order to find some peace, or I gotta step outside for a minute and I have to take a day off. And overall, I know this is not working for me. But, in every moment, I can decide if I'm gonna feel miserable or feel joy. I can decide how I'm gonna find the joy that I need to find. Like, you get creative and allow every moment to align to the thoughts that matter to you. So even when I'm there and I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling, I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful that shit, even if I have to say, I'm just so grateful to be here because I know that I ain't gonna be here for long. Or I'm grateful to be here because I know what plan I got in place. And when that plan plays out, I'm just gonna be so happy to see it play out. Like, you know what I'm saying? You are in control of your thoughts. You're in control of your thoughts. Victimization strips you of the ability to be in control of your thoughts because you lose yourself in the moments that you're in. Two of Cups reverse. Okay. Oh, Nine of Swords. Okay. Let's go. And then we have Ascending Spiritual Attacks card at the top of the deck. Okay. So, also, something I might be learning is to stay quiet about your plans. Stay quiet about your plans. Or if you're going to open up your plans, you better learn to alchemize. You better learn how to alchemize. Someone has said you better learn how to block out the noise. Yeah, you better learn how to alchemize. If you know that if you're going to share your plan and someone's going to be negative about it, you better take that moment and be like, yeah, they're just warning me because it's coming in quicker. It's coming in better. It's coming in faster. It's gonna come in. It's gonna improve on Like it's gonna be so good. Like they can't say nothing about it. Like I've done that when it came to moving because I'm a chatterbox. I don't really have that fear of like monitoring spirits. Like, oh, a monitoring spirit is gonna see what I'm working on and they're gonna attack it. I don't care. That's free energy for me. Free energy for me. That's how I think about it. Free energy for me. So, or it's helping me to look within myself and understand what my fears are. You alchemize. That's it. That's it. But if you need to stay quiet, stay quiet. So let's get into this reading, and then I'm gonna probably go get something to eat. Feeling real jealous, jealous tendencies, real codependent. They're gaslighting you. They're gaslighting you, manifesting you. Get to manifesting a real ass person, a teachable moment, a need to prepare, and then we have the King of Wands reversed. Huh. 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 Feeling real jealous, jealous tendencies, real codependent. They're gaslighting you. Like, I was saying, like, if you see that you're working towards something and someone is not speaking life into it. I had mentioned that earlier, like the speaking life, it motivates me. But sometimes you'll talk to people and they won't speak life, and that be coming from their own projections. But sometimes people are intentional about the things that they're saying, to get you to quit or for their own motivations. Like, let's say I'm gonna use my own, I'm gonna use me as I'm gonna use it as an example. Let's say I'm manifesting a new job and I keep talking to somebody about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for jobs. I'm excited for my job process. And they're like, yeah, the job market is just so bad though. Like, because I'm like, I deserve better than this. The job market is just so bad, but don't it pay good enough? Like, oh, but that's all you want to make? I mean, this job is stable, ain't it? Like, I mean, but it pays well. Like, you're gonna risk it to make more money? Like, oh, but oh, things do take a long time. Maybe it's just not good. Be prepared if it doesn't work out. Like some of those thoughts, like sometimes it seems like it's coming from a good place, but no, sometimes it comes from the energy of someone who is competing, who's like, oh, well, I know it in the things that like I like to listen to it because I know it. I remember one time I told this girl I was looking for another job and it paid more, and she was like, "Well, you should just stay where you are. Like you should just. It's close to your home. You should just stay there because it made more than she made." And it was like it wasn't. She wasn't hiding it well enough for me to be like, oh, maybe. No, she wasn't hiding it. So it was like, oh, okay, okay. That's when moments come where you got to just stay quiet. If you don't want to deal with that, just stay quiet. Like if you don't want to deal with none of that, just stop talking about it. Just don't talk about it, or only talk about it to trusted people. Like, but I don't believe people have the power to deter you. It literally just be projecting your own. Like it really be poking on your own fears. They're gaslighting you, manifesting you, get to manifesting. Like someone's just like, why would you need to make more money? Like, aren't you living pretty good right now? Like, you don't need to make more. But what are they giving more work? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, if you don't want to deal with it, just don't say nothing no more. Don't say nothing. A realized person, a teacher, teachable moment, a need to prepare. I feel like something's going to change. Something has to change. It's a realized person to me is giving like accountability vibes. Like, I feel like I'm just repeating the things I was saying already. Like, just a realized person, a teachable moment. Like, it's just hold yourself accountable and just keep going through the motions until you get what you want. No matter what. No matter what, you're gonna get what you want. No matter what. People are gonna say what they have to say. No matter what, you're gonna get what you want. no matter what. No matter what. Hold on to that thought. Hold on to that thought above anything else you're experiencing. Hold on to that thought above anything else. When you're at work, no matter what. When you're dealing with the bullshit, no matter what. Stay that focused. That's the overarching thought. No matter what's happening right now, I'm getting exactly what I want. No matter what anybody says, I'm getting exactly what I want. I had to do that when I moved here. Like I moved states. No matter what. No matter what, I'm going to get what I want. No matter what. I don't care. I don't care if I don't got no money right now. No matter what. I don't care if I don't know how to drive. No matter what. I don't care. No matter what. No matter what, I'm getting what I want. No matter what. Dimming your light. Self-care needs dedication. Inner child needs nurturing. Aries. Spiritual abundance. And then we have the Two of Cups reversed. Dimming your light. Self-care needs dedication. Choose the things that make you feel good. Aries, spiritual abundance. Like, back to what I was saying, like, sometimes we'll say that we deserve to be punished. And it's just us playing out different childhood patterns. When you're a child, you were told you deserve to be punished, even when you didn't understand what the fuck was happening. Even when you didn't understand what you did wrong, you just felt like you deserved to be punished. You don't deserve to be punished. You deserve to sit down and understand what is actually going on. You deserve to sit down and have it really broken down to you why you are experiencing what you're experiencing. Because I don't think of God the same way. Like God is sitting here punishing me. I think that God is giving me an experience for a reason. And if I sit and understand this experience, I can move through it. That's how I think. So that's how life is for me. I am that I am. That's the most powerful thing that we have been gifted. Our I am. I am deserving to learn the lesson in order to move out of the situation that I'm in. I deserve that. Teaching and discipline is not the same as punishment. And I don't associate discipline with punishment. Learning discipline isn't punishment. It's not pleasant, but you're learning valuable lessons. There are lessons to be found in the pain and the suffering, but it doesn't mean you have to stay there. Sometimes as a child, we're forced to stay there. And we take that on in life. And we still play out those thought patterns in every situation that we're in. We take those thought patterns and we play it out everywhere. So now our job becomes our mother, becomes our God. Because mother used to beat me for no reason. So when this job is treating me like shit, oh, well, maybe I did something wrong. You never understood. But when you sit there and you learn and you unpack, it's easier for you to make new decisions. Two of Cups reversed. Like it's easy. It's okay to understand that you are disconnected from something. You don't have to settle. You don't have to settle. You don't have to stay in anything. Yes, you may have to do the work to get out of something, but you don't have to stay in it. You don't. You don't. You don't have to stay in it. You don't. You don't have to stay where you're being hurt. You don't have to stay where you feel punished. You don't have to stay where you're feeling fear. You don't have to feel fear. You don't. And if you are, it's time to evaluate and it's time to sit down and take care of yourself. Dimming your light, self-care needs dedication, inner child needs nurturing, Aries, spiritual abundance. Maybe something about spring, energetic new year, something maybe coming in around then. Or like just a need for independence, or you independently thinking will bring in spiritual abundance. Intentions in the right place, car related. Communicate your feelings on their mind, social media, 9 of Swords. Something about a car, accepting projections, intentions in the right place. Communicate your feelings. And then Nine of Swords. This gives me, again, someone's feeling punished. Why? Intentions in the right place, car related. Communicate your feelings. Something happened in a car. A communication happened in a car. There was a conversation in a car. What is this meaning? On their mind, social media. A conversation about a car. Intentions in the right place. Virgo, trust yourself, your intuition, going broke, once your energy. Is it your intentions are in the right place and somebody feels like they're being punished because they dimmed your light? Dimming your light, intentions in the right place, car related, communicate your feelings on their mind, social media, inner child needs nurturing. I might be talking to like not a cross watcher, but like honestly, here's how I feel. So like let's say this is a conversation about somebody who feels punished for something that they did. Like it's your mindset about your own guilt. Like it's literally that's just what it is. Like if you're sitting in guilt and you're sitting in shame, then life reflects that. And if you did something you feel guilty about, you kind of keep yourself in cycles of punishment because you're continuously tapping back into that moment. Oh my God, I feel so guilty. I feel so guilty. I'm such a terrible person. I'm so bad. I'm so this and so that. And it doesn't allow you to move forward. It doesn't allow you to move forward. And sometimes you find yourself doing the same thing. Like just if you just accept what happened and you take accountability for it, then you understand how you can move forward and not do that again. Not everybody isn't perfect. I've hurt people, people have hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to take accountability is to say, hey, like, I know that I was wrong for that. And how do I heal that behavior within myself so that I can move forward? That's it. And sometimes I just do things and I don't care. Like, not necessarily. Let's say, okay, like, let's say I'm upset and I yell. A version of me would feel super guilty about that. Oh my God, you just really upset me. And I yelled. I like to be able to dissect situations so that if I do use my shadow, I don't feel guilty about it. Because if it was something that I felt warranted it, then it is what it is. And then you maneuver how you maneuver after that. It is what it is. I try to be as fair as possible. But like if you're not checking your shadow, you feel me? You have to do the shadow work. If you're not checking your shadow, if you're not building a relationship to your shadow self, then it's hard to you're still putting yourself in that position of victimization. Like, oh, I'm such a terrible person. I'm such a terrible person. And you do the same shit again, and you mad, and you're just like, oh my God, why did I do that? I'm such a terrible person. And then you try to make up for it, and then you're just like, oh my God, I'm such a terrible person. Like literally, there's people I know that I can't talk to no more, and I understand. It's easy to understand shit. Like, oh, I understand because that's a warranted response. And I'm not once that warranted response comes about, like I'm not about to keep punishing myself over and over about it. Like they chose you give yourself choice and you allow other people to have choice when you're able to take accountability. Like people make their choices and you make your choices. Every action has a reaction. Okay. And then it allows you to have proper reactions, you know? Was I saying that in this reading or the last reading about reactions? Where I was just like, yeah, like sometimes, oh, it was the last reading, but sometimes people use your reactions against you. But if you knew where your reactions came from, then it is what it is. If you're not checking your shadow, you're just doing things unconsciously and feeling guilty and feeling shame about it and feeling victimized by your own actions. And you're not letting yourself have choice. And I feel like that's the same. The guilt is what be keeping people attached because they know they did something wrong and they don't know how to make up for it, especially if you are a person who's going to hold them accountable. They be knowing and they don't know how to move on because for them, uh, in order to atone, they have to do something grand or they have to. That's this behavior that keeps narcissists in a loop of love bombing and then gaslighting and you know what I'm saying? They be good to you because they know they feel bad about what they did, so they'll try to be good to you again for like a week until the shame and the guilt kicks in and they're doing something unconsciously again. And then they go back like you and then now when we're talking, when you're in that cycle, it's okay for you to just step away. You don't have to understand people that deep. That's something that has to go, that's something going on with their inner child. You can walk away, but you have to work on your own guilt and shame in order to walk away. Because it'd be playing off of each other. If you're a codependent, it plays off of each other. It plays off of it. You know what I'm saying? You know something's wrong, but now they're able to pull on that guilt within you. Is something wrong with me? And then you're staying there. Oh my God, something's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. And no, it's nothing wrong with you. It's just you have to address what's going on within you that keeps you here. That's it. But if you keep saying, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? You don't leave. You don't leave. You don't leave the situation. You don't. But you understand that you're being hurt and you feel like you deserve to be punished for whatever reason. It's the way we're taught God is the way we're taught our mother and our fathers, the way we're taught our partners. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like you have this authoritarian or this dictator that is continuously punishing you for things that you do, and honestly, it's hard to understand what it is that's wrong. You had this mother who was beating you up for no reason. When you have this partner or this friend that is treating you like shit, you're tolerating it because you feel like somewhere deep down you deserve it because you haven't addressed the way those things has hurt originally. You haven't addressed the way your mom made you feel. You haven't addressed the way going to church every Sunday made you feel. You didn't address it. When you address it, it's easier for you to move outside of it. And then easier for you to take back your power and make a plan. Make a real plan. Make a real plan. Get the fuck away. Make a real plan. And you can do it. You have what it takes. This is your life to live. You have what it takes. Your mind is your power tool. Like, it can get you through literally anything. I truly believe that. Your mind can get you through anything. As long as you focus on your mind and focus on free yourself from the shackles of the experiences that you've had and free your mind, free your life. There's a song I'm thinking about, Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts by Funkadelics. Free your mind and your ass will follow. That's what I was thinking about. That's in the song. Free your mind and your ass will follow. Mm-hmm. Free your mind and your ass will follow. I wish I could read. I'm gonna try to see if I can name. I'm gonna see if I can name the reading that. But free your mind and your ass will follow. So that's Sam Sensi in session. Session to join. Please come back. Oh Lord, is not pausing. You love me so much. Oh my God. Come on now.